Hello? Hello, 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 hello. There we go. I think we're live. According to OBS anyways. Welcome one, welcome all. I am super late. But it's been a day. It's been a day. Was tempted to cancel the stream, but then just overslept anyways. What a nap. Wasn't really a nap, was more of just like a mini sleep. Oh my. Oh. It's gonna be a very short stream, I think, because I need to maintain a sleep schedule, unfortunately, in order to keep my muscle mass up, which is just kind of a weird phrase to say. Anyways, what we are going to be working on today is this kind of RPG RTS. I'm putting RTS in the title, but it is more of like a, as I've kind of learned yesterday, is more of a RTT, a real-time tactics kind of game, as opposed to an RTS. Very neat, very neat. Anyways, something that's really fast that we can do right now is make the GUI. Everyone loves GUIs, right? So we have our little units. They walk around like this. I think something that's also pretty nice that we can do is also add a shader. Everyone loves shaders. So just like a selection shader. So let me see. There is a nice shader that I just kind of have in my back pocket, aka the one from a tutorial I was looking at. So let me see. I'm a sleepy boy. Ugh. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, hello. Oh my god. What the heck? Hello, Juan, and also hello, Glacy? Gwyneth? I need confirmation on how to say your name. Gwyneth? That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good. What a roll. What a roll. How did you do that? Cause that's let me see, what's the chance? It's actually not that unlikely to just get it on your first try, but that's 3, 6, 7. 1 in 7 chance to just get whatever you want. Mind you, there's no way for me to re-roll you right now. Nice jump, by the way. Good job. Welcome to the stream. What I am going to be working on. I'm very late, by the way. Apologies. I took a nap and then just proceeded to just sleep through both of my alarms. So, RIP sleep schedule, I guess. It's been a tough day, though. Tough work day. So, you know how it is. And if you don't know how it is, that's also fine. Probably better if you don't. Ugh. Just a lot of bureaucracy, etc., etc. Like, technically I'm supposed to be a programmer, but due to extenuating circumstances, I've now become embroiled in endless bureaucracy. Need to memorize all kinds of stuff. You know, the good old SDLC process, except it's not actually the software development lifecycle, it's the... I won't actually name the real acronym for fear of exposing the client I work for. Be yourself. No better Twitch TV emotes here. At least not yet. Until I figure out how to actually integrate it into the program. Anyways, let's see. We're going to add a shader. I think that's pretty easy to do. Let's see. New shader material. Ooh, there we go. New shader. We can start editing this, and then we're just going to grab this one. Let's see. Just kind of grab this part. Yeah, seems good. Honestly, one of the better ones I've seen. Actually, yeah, that formatted just fine. So what this shader should do is, if it's selected, or if your unit is selected, it'll give it a just kind of outline, hopefully. Hard to say sometimes. So let's see, RO width. We'll give it a RO width of 0. Color. I'm not really sure what color that is, but we'll let's give it our best shot. Ooh, I'm not sure what that means. This will probably work though. I don't know. So it's a color of, considering that this color value goes from 1, 1, 1, from 0 to 1, all across the board. What is 255 times 0.93725? And that's the default value I should be setting this to. I don't know. Give it one of these. And then we'll just adjust the aura whenever we get to it. Just turn on raw if you want decimals. How do I do this? I'm looking at a tutorial one. And just kind of grabbing it from it. Hello, Jackal Gamer, by the way. Let's see, it's a uniform, so we should be able to just access the shader thing from a script anyways. Color, raw toggle. We can find it. Oh, raw, okay. Amazing. Okay, so pretty much it's just like the radius. Godot shader is not vanilla GLSL. No, it's a mix, isn't it? It tries to be close to GLSL, but it's not directly compatible. Oh, hello, DeadSec. Everyone just popping in all at once. Welcome. Nice duck. You tried though. You tried. It's a 1 in 7 chance to get whatever you want, until I add more, I guess, customization options to chat. Alright, that wasn't a very good jump. Let me give you another jump. I don't know if that's good though. It's not really, but it's just the nature of the beast, right? Also, good call out. I didn't realize that raw toggle was a thing. Who knew? I've always seen the option. I've never actually clicked on it. Anyways, well, we have access to the sprite. So sprite, wait, no. Should I put the material on the sprite? Or just on the thing itself, right? So then we have access to the material. That's the shader. I understand more or less what the shader's doing. So you have your fragment shader. Fragment shader works per pixel. And so then you have your texture, which is your these are some constant values here, so your UV and your texture. Grabs it, stores it in a vector for texture pixel size. Parent, then use the parent material, then you can add that to any of the children versus each child having it. Yeah, so this is the parents. Yeah. So the idea for the game is it's a RPG RTS, or as I've been informed, what I'm actually making is an RTT. Apologies. Ugh. One sec. I actually don't know if I cut my mic. Darn you, sound system. Yeah, so yeah. I know how the parent material propagates to the child materials. Alcohol, boo-boo. Regular alcohol inside boo-boos. Let's see, no further. Darn you, sound system. I need to learn how to use this. I have a Focusrite little XLR audio hub. Plus a little instrument, little modifier thing I probably should not be trying to put my finger inside of. The Rona. Guys. Apologies. It's very possible. Very possible. I did go out to eat a few hours ago and then proceeded to just sleep for 3 hours afterwards. Ugh. I'm very the body is very sore. Completely overslept. So this is shader, smarter than whatever I'm used to doing. So how do I get access to the shader? I always forget how to do this. I did this on my previous version of this project. So I've basically restarted this project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We can just take a look at the developments. So there's deployment strategy, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's see, 4. Oh yeah. So this is the 5th time. Yeah. I've deleted the very original one, but this is the first project I have. I worked on stream, and then just decided that the code has gotten unmaintainable. Shader equals yes. That's almost valid YAML, if that's what you were trying to do. Somehow I kind of doubt it though, but we're all getting there. Canvas item, so I can grab the shader from here. Material. So that's our material. Param, I think. Let me see. Canvas item, material. Probably. Or is it just shader material? Param. Dot shader. Oh, there we go. You were very, very close, yeah. Or no, pretty much on the dot. Ooh. Dot param. Set param. Custom define. Hey. Inherited by visual shader. Probably not what we want. Shaders allow you to write your own custom thing, blah blah blah. Has param, no. Code, no. Custom defines? No. Those are preprocessors. I do have my own preprocessor extension for a GD script, which is pretty neat. Which kind of works in the same way as this. Scarily enough. Has param. Is it just param? Is it really just param? Did I go too far? Should I have just done shader material? Get shader set per shader param. Set shader param? Try search and search set shader param. Yeah, it's probably this one, right? And so the shader param that I want to use is the aura width. And so we'll set it from 0 to 2, depending on whatever we want to do. Which is, in this case, base unit. We can do a set get on is selected, so set get really quick. Bump. Sets is selected. Let's see, this is value. Some sort of boolean. Ah, jeez. Give me an error, which is always good. Gotta keep me honest. Set is selected. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what I want. So we'll do is selected is equal to whatever we set it to. In addition to that, actually no, this is the wrong place to set it, right? Should have done this. Yeah. Should have done this on the base thing. Hold on. This is easy enough to do, considering it's just copy and paste. Shader material. Canvas item material? What's the difference between canvas item material and shader material? I have no idea. Let's just use shader material, because this is what I understand more. Just kind of drop this into here. Remove this custom material from the player unit, which may or may not, hold on. We're kind of going off the rails here. There we go. Reset that to use the base unit stuff. Yeah, because you can select both player units and enemy units. The goal of today is just to set up the GUI system. And then we'll work on more complex gameplay logic afterwards. The GUI. A GUI. Inserts the CSI GUI meme here. So what am I thinking? It's since I set this on the base thingy, it's material set shader material dot shader. No, hold on. What was the thing I was looking at again? It's material. Not material. It's shader material. Is it just shader? Canvas item material dot shader. How do I access it? RTS stands for real-time spaghetti code. Ooh, I like that. I like that. And by I like that, I mean that's definitely what I meant all along. Yes, you can watch me generate spaghetti code in real time. This is true. This is much less spaghetti than what it used to be, though. I mean, I might as well at this point open source my old implementation. It got pretty far. It got pretty far. I can just open it up right now. Material.setShaderParam. Thank you, thank you. I more or less have done this before. So this is the super old version that I had going along before. Right. Right, so I was using... Oh, actually. Is the shader not working? Oh. There used to be a shader working for this anyways. Param is a string. In case you forgot that too. I'm sorry. I don't usually work with shaders. But this is the really old version. It had a dialogue system and a big dialogue tree that I... you know, did like a custom role, all that stuff. Kind of a fancy GUI system. I think it had a shader system. I wrote a shader for it for, you know, displaying characters behind walls at some points. I just don't know what happened to it. Oh yeah, material.setShaderParam. Okay, it's not going to give me the autocomplete, so we'll just figure it out. Maybe it was for GLES2. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've touched that project. So we will see. Actually, we won't see because I will not ever look at it again. Oro with shader param. I don't know. It's something like this. A high value, one of these. I like pink. So aura with, and then we'll set it to, I don't know, probably 2. Expression expected. My shaders consist of borrowing them from the internet. Dropping GLs. I heard they're Vulcaning only. I think I saw that they are dropping GLES2, yeah, and they're only going to be doing Vulkan and GLES3. I think I saw that somewhere. Is this version 3.3.2? This is a custom compiled version. This is more or less the latest version of 3.4. So this is farther along than the current beta. Because I think the current beta actually has... The Godot beta 2 has a regression in it in the 2D kinematic collisions. So this is the 3.4 beta 2 plus, because I have the latest code. Because I've just been compiling my own versions of Godot lately, because it works faster. Alright, so there's a good way of doing this, and there's a bad way of doing this. This is the bad way of doing this. Don't do this, kids. It's technically, yeah, this is probably the worst way of doing it. I could just set this to a value somewhere else. So I could do if value shader param is equal to 2, otherwise it's 0. And then just do this all in one go, but I think this might be the more concise way of doing it. I have an op tool for voxels that was pre-built because I'm lazy. An op tool? An optimized tool? Or an optional tool? I don't really do voxels. Alright, so it's not working, by the way. Let's see. I wonder if the... Should I have set this on the sprite instead? So let me see. Sub-resource. Shader type. This shader only works properly with pre-multiplied alpha blend mode. Okay, so let's see how their shader works. Pre-multiplied alpha blend mode. Pre-multiplied alpha blend mode. Render mode, blend, premol, alpha. Is this true? Pre-blend, okay. On the sprite, select use parent material. Use parent material. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. If you don't, then it won't show on the children. Am I crazy? So base unit has this thing. Possibly should set this to 0. What happens if I just set this to a higher value? Let me see. Come watch as a bumbling idiot tries to use a shader. Yeah, well, doesn't really show. Also, don't worry about the sprite, I swear I'm gonna change it. So I know that this works because I was following this tutorial for the shader as well. Kind of customized their implementation of a whatchamacallit, drag select. So it is an RTS tutorial I was following. Of course, drag select is actually surprisingly difficult. I'm really glad I decided to follow a tutorial this time though, as opposed to just rolling my own. Where is this? Ignore most of these. Most of these projects I have not worked on stream. I just kind of do stuff in my free time. It's not here actually, huh? Let's browse. How did theirs work? So let's find downloads. RTS movement. Is it just called RTS movement? Yeah. But 3D is cool. I have worked on a few 3D things. The biggest 3D thing I have worked on, because I don't recognize your name, check it out. I worked on this. This is in Godot. OpenCPaste GD, find it on my GitHub, etc., etc. Open source under MIT license. Should probably change the license to be the same as, I guess, the parent project, or the main dependency projects, right? Since OpenCFace, which is just the Python face tracker, is oh, this uses Kenny assets. Nice. Yeah, the OpenCFace, which is the parent face tracker project, no renderer, is under BSD 2, I think, maybe BSD 3. So I should probably change the license at some point, just so it's the same for ease of use. Yeah, so I know that this works, right? So if you look at this, real collision shapes, blah, blah, blah. So maybe I should just do this. So I apply the shader to each sprite instead, and that's just a lot easier, right? So I look at this. Sprite material equals sprite material duplicate. Make sure the material is unique to this unit. That makes sense. I think MIT is kind of compatible with BSD and Apache. It's more or less compatible. But you know, for license and for just, I always get kind of wary when you use a dependency that uses a different license. But that's just me. Looking forward to Godot 4's new tile map system. I have used Godot 4 somewhat recently to work on this project really quick. If I can just distract myself. Dashboard GD Lisp REPL. So there is a Godot 4 branch of this. So I ported this to Godot 4, and it only crashed about 27 times on stream, which is pretty cool. So you can see all the fun stuff. Most of the fun stuff is actually here. So you have, check it out, instead of doing onReadyVar, it's actually a Java style tag onReady, at onReady, var output, blah blah blah. Yeah. Most of the GD script hasn't really changed, which is nice. So, good news, porting to GD script 2.0, not too bad. I think there are a few yields that have changed. And instead of yield, it's now like async or something. Oh, awaits, there we go. So awaits update input blocks. Anyways, let's get back to this. If you want to look at one man's descent into the depths of super alpha software, there it is. Update, set selected, shader param. Yeah. Oh, I mean, this is exactly what I was doing. Yes, oh wait, I feel that's an unneeded change. It's just that's the modern syntax, you know? You gotta go with whatever JavaScript is doing. Like how yield works. It's more or less the same, right? You just had to change something in your code. I know that other people do have something out there, which is like it's like a porting tool between Godot 4 and Godot 3 F modern. Yes, I mean F sharp. I am a fan of F sharp, thank you. Thank you for bringing it up. Or at least I like the idea of F sharp at least. You know? It's a modern C# family style language. Base unit. You know what? Maybe it's something like this. onReady, we can do. Why does it keep popping this up, by the way? Please stop popping this up. Material. Hey, let me see what they're doing. I'm just gonna copy this. Material equals material dot duplicate. Close the shader in the inspector. No. I think that is probably the option though. Yeah, that's probably what's doing it. Yeah, so I'm more or less doing what they're doing. Let's do this. Well, instead of doing oh no, let's save it. Well, this is the outline shader dot material. Now let's save it in assets, create a folder, shaders, outline shader, boom, boom, boom. Let's clear it, and then we'll actually set it on the sprite. That should be just a bit easier to think about, right? So there's our shader. Aura width is 0. I am a bit disappointed it doesn't actually show here, but that's probably because the aura is kind of a hard color to see. Oh, there we go, yeah. So we set it to 10, that's what it should look like. Beautiful. I like pink for now. Who doesn't like the color pink? Please raise your hand. And if you have raised your hand, you are now banned for 24 hours permanently. Alright, mods, please ban this person. Please, 24 hour ban, permanent. Alright, there we go. So, base unit. Let's close this as Jackal has said. I'll give you a jump. It's kind of weird though. I feel like in my jumping code they should have been there should be a little x-axis movement. It's just a faded red. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Red, way better. I'll consider it. I'll take it into consideration. However, I make no guarantees. Let's do const outline width float equals 20. No more magic numbers. Maybe working magic, but not in my code. I think that's some clever wordplay. I do say so myself. Anyways, let's do this. Actually, this is gonna fail because there is no material. Sprite.material is equal to sprite.material. And then once we do this, we also need to do sprite.material, sprite.material. Like so. What is going on? Hold on. One more time. So, once I do this, now we're selected, right? We'll go into this. So is selected. Oh, we're just not setting is selected. So we actually didn't need to set it on the sprite at all, but I suppose that's a bit more specific, which is probably good. So why aren't we setting is selected? So unit selector, you should be doing all this kind of stuff. So my signal broadcaster signal singleton on current level selected units equals units, and then oh, okay, so we can just do 4 units in units, 4 unit in unit, 4 unit in units. You know, did you see the for all you Godot aficionados in chat, did you see that there is a not official build of Godot 4 that is more or less officially advocated for by Akian on Twitter? So they have been providing builds of Godot 4 for a while, but this is the first time that they have tweeted that it's just kind of here. It's not the alpha yet, it's like the pre-alpha. Actually, this doesn't make too much sense, right? So we should be unselecting all the other units as well. So whenever this happens, I should go into the base level, selected units, func set selected units. So this is some sort of units array, right? Something like this. Signal broadcaster, we won't do this. So signal broadcaster just rebroadcasts. So it allows us to basically jump from lower in the scene tree back up and then back down onto a different branch of the scene tree. I think previously what I was doing for this was I was using a pub subsystem instead, which got really confusing because it was like it also lived alongside the existing signal system. So I ran into a lot of conflicts with that. I think I'll wait till it's a more stable experience. You know what? That's fair. It is pretty unstable still. Still pretty unstable. So I don't blame you. And also the fact that there is no what's the word I'm looking for? There's no release template. Last time I checked, there was no way to do a release. You always had to do a there was only the debug builds. So there are a few builds of Godot that you can have. You can have the debug build, you can have the release debug build, and then you can have the release build. So the officially provided binaries of Godot 3, Godot 3.3.2, are release debug. The only builds of Godot 4 that you can get are debug builds, which are very, very slow. They also provide a lot of debug logs, which is nice. But it does make it pretty painful to do pretty much anything unless you have a super beefy computer, which I don't have. Yeah, I'm, you know, I'm streaming on a laptop. I'm streaming on a laptop and running a face tracker at the same time. Which makes doing things like this somewhat difficult. So this is base level, test level, extends of base level. Let's see. You know what? onReady var units is equal to node2d of. Alright, let's do this. So we will create a new scene. 2D scene, we'll call it base level. Save it here, base level. Oh, we're not going to save it here, by the way. Screens, levels, boom. Add this to it. We'll just load it. Add a child node. We'll call it just the node2d. Rename it to units, and there we go. Test level units camera 2D. We're just going to copy pretty much everything on it. This is actually not the same camera 2D that you think it is. This is actually the game camera. Those crazy gauchos of Godot. What does gaucho mean? That's a Spanish term. I feel like I remember that. I see it sometimes, and I just kind of assume what it means. It means I thought gaucho was already had crazy already in the meaning. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Yeah, so this is game camera. You know what? Let's do this. Delete the node. I thought it said tacos at first. Is that a HoloLive reference? Taco Dachis assemble. Hold on. Let's see if this breaks. We can change ourselves to a Taco Dachi. Since it doesn't really matter to me which thing I specifically stream as. Let me see. It's in Taco Dachi. This is the wrong thing. This is assets. Entities. Local. Taco Dachi modified. And it's just as easy as that. Look at that. We're just running into error after error. Okay, let's get out of this before my program crashes. Software development. Easy. I don't remember why this is breaking. Show your assets. Oh baby. Talk dirty to me. Oh, I can feel it. It's lagging. It's about to crash. Let's get out of this. This is not good. This is not good. All right, bring back the duck. Oh, geez. Rip neck. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. You know how it do. Let's give everyone a quick jump. Anyways, this is our base level. We can do this. That's our units. And then on set, set selected units. We can do, what if we just do for unit in, for unit, or hold on. Selected units. So for unit in just regular units, we will do unit. Is that how you spell unit? Am I going crazy? It's possible. So we unselect everything and then reselect everything, basically. Then for unit in selected units, we do unit selected unit. Yo, he's a, look at that lad. Absolute unit, etc., etc. Yeah, I've started working out again, which is might be a little ill-advised, considering that, oh my god, it's the same. All right, new units. I've started working out again. Slightly ill-advised considering that I live in one of the US states that's having a huge rise in COVID cases, which might attribute to why I'm so sleepy today. But let me tell you, back in my heyday, about 3 years ago when I was working out pretty consistently, you might say that I was an absolute unit. I mean, because actually, like, I'm a short dude. I'm a short dude. But, also able to put on muscle pretty easily. So, like, like, huge arms, huge legs, pretty much huge everything. But also, like, only 5'5". So it was kind of a weird thing to see. Yeah. And also, I kind of have more of the body type of my mom as opposed to my dad. So my dad is more of like, that man is he's more of a whiskey cask in terms of body type. Whereas I'm more of just like, you know, pretty broad shoulders for how tall I am. But kind of skinny legs. So it basically I put on muscle and it looks really obvious, except on everything except for my legs. So like it was almost comical how kind of big my arms were. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you know I totally am. V, so that's you. Possibly. What is V? Is V something I should be knowing? Is this some new Twitch speak I should be aware of? Unit, so base unit. So set is selected, value, aura. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. What is this character? Yeah, that's just the V, but it's like made up of two. It's a backslash and forward slash. So I'll say yes. I'm still not sure what you're trying to say, but I'll say yes. And then hopefully it's true. Hopefully it's the correct answer. That's kind of my modus operandi anyways for answering a lot of questions at work. It's, if you're not sure, just try to select the safe answer. So I'll say yes in this case. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. So we have both things selected. Click on player unit. Is selected is still false, which makes sense. Not really. Oh, is selected. Amazing. Phenomenal. Top is shoulders, waist is bottom. then // would be legs. Are you trying to say that I have an hourglass figure? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is what peak performance looks like. People might not agree with it, but this is how it is. Am I dumb? Am I dumb? Is selected. For unit in units. Is selected true or false? So we unselect everything first. Unselect everything. And then select new units. Beak performance. Nice pun. No puns in chat. Only I am allowed to make puns. You also gotta add the third leg. I'm gonna be honest, I read that as a xiao. A xiao character. Or I suppose if you're more of a weeb, it's more of a chisai. Chisai character. I'm not sure how they say it in Japanese, actually. So when you're talking about, like, kanji that makes up a word, I know in Chinese, when you're talking about characters that make up a word, you say, like, I don't know, 小姐的小, right? Do you do the same thing in Japanese? Looks like a tent to me. Hold on, I got you. I can type this into chat. We just do change our language options to Chinese. Xiao. Oh baby. And look, there it is. Oh, and I guess here's a little bit of fun backstory. Is that this means big. But I think this is actually like the Chinese version of third leg, Tai. Which means big and is like the modifier for big for like I guess round objects, and you can kind of see there. It kind of looks like a person with a little third leg there. Get it? That's how I know. That's how I memorize what it means. And I think Japanese actually uses that definition for its kanji. So I forget how to pronounce it though. Is it Futoi? Futoi? I don't know. Futoi? Anyways, so set selected units. Selected units. Oh, we should get this. Set selected units. Anyways. Alright, that's just one of the things you have to keep in mind whenever you're learning. Oh. When you're learning like kind of Asian languages, and by Asian languages I mean just like Chinese and Japanese, is that they use kind of you gotta make up stories around the characters, because you know, I mean, the characters do all have stories more or less, which is nice. I barely speak English properly. I never be able to learn a different language. Don't be like that. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. You know? Ooh, look at that. That looks nice. So let's please unselect. I guess we're not able to unselect. I'm getting really good at Spanish. Juan, don't you just speak Spanish? How do I unselect you? For units in... How does my unit selector work? So if if not, elif else emit signal units selected. Game manager none group. No, I'm back in the day, as they say, back in 2018. When I was on a flight to and from Austin, Texas, in the U.S. every week, I got pretty good at reading Spanish. I could read I've told this story many times, but I could read a Spanish newspaper pretty okay. I could read everything in a Spanish newspaper except for the politics and the economics column. Yeah, of course I'm out of practice now, but just give me a few weeks, I can get up to speed on Spanish. Said the idea of Esperanto never took fly. Oh, that's weird, right? It's a modern constructed language. I'm not sure that's something that you actually want to happen. Ah, there we go. Now we have it working. I think as a modern language constructed with, you know, scientifically the best stuff seems kind of neat. I think I did read something that there is like just a child out there who is like they grew up learning Esperanto, so I can't really imagine doing that to your child, but that's just me. I tried Spanish from other Spanish speakers. Needless to say, I learned hello, bye. Your mother's a beach. Yo, that's hola. Oh my god. Why can't? I've been learning. I can only read. So there's Japanese jane, which is more of a see you later. Sayonara. Sayonara, which is goodbye more permanently. Then there's Indonesian, so you have so like selamat tinggal. Let's see. Lagi, just say again. I think that's generally how you would say see you later. So jumpa lagi. Then Chinese, of course, has a few ways of saying it as well. Moth is a bleach. I don't know about that. Spanish. How do you do it in Spanish? My brain is not working at full capacity. It is still more or less like very, very tired. Anyways, this works. He's done it. All it took was setting a few set gets. So on the base level, whenever you set new selected units, which is a conic callback from our signal broadcaster singleton. So unit selected, we set selected units and also set the unit group, right? Then inside of our base level, we have the set get, set selected units, and also set the unit group. And then here we check the unit group. If it's not player group, then just do nothing when you try to move. I think that's a pretty good pattern. It's very lots of layers of indirection, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Yeah, but I think if you already know Spanish, right, for all those Spanish speakers in chat, if you want to learn a kind of easy language, look into just learning like Malay or Indonesian. Those are honestly some of the easiest languages I've tried to learn. You know, Spanish, somewhat hard. I mean, I'm a native English speaker, so full disclosure. So that is like the easiest thing for me to speak. So, but from there, Spanish somewhat hard, right? Because you have all the conjugations and all that. English also somewhat has conjugations, but we don't really call them conjugations. They're, I guess, just modifiers. I heard German is easier easier than most. I heard that it's easy to learn if you already know English. Because, right, the big thing about German is that how they create new words is that they, you just kind of add words together, and that's your new word. I don't know, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ich bin Berliner. I'm a jelly donut. I only know the meme phrases in German. I think German has the same downfall as Spanish in that they have gendered words, which makes some things kind of difficult. Learn redneck. Well, howdy, y'all. Actually, no, that's not really that's more of a cowboy accent. You know, like I've said before, like I worked with a lady who was from West Texas, and they actually do just speak like cowboys there, which is neat. And that kind of rubbed off on my accent for a while, unfortunately. But that was a few years ago. Now my accent has more or less regressed back to standard accents, which is like a Philadelphia weatherman accent. Because I grew up in kind of the suburbs of a big city. Right. Suburbs of Atlanta. That's the only way that you know that I have a southern accent, is that I don't say Atlanta, I just say Atlanta. I don't pronounce any of the T's. Which is actually somewhat weird. I think a lot of people say Atlanta, but whenever I'm just like saying, like, oh, I'm from Atlanta, I don't even say the last T. I don't say the first T, I don't say the last T, which is a bit weird. Atlanta. No, just imagine the word Atlanta and then just take out the T's. All right, so here's a way to like really confuse me about your accent. How do you pronounce the word S-O-F-T? Do you say, I say soft. Do you say soft? Do you pronounce both the F and the T? I'm interested. Around here, most of them say G and I-N-G. So you're running? You're running? You go, yeah, I was running yesterday. Yeah, I don't say the G in run or in the ing either. I just say I'm running. Or I'm working right now. Running, you're working, you're working, or you're working. Yeah, I suppose that's true too. I do say I'm working. I don't say I'm working. Although when I'm on the mic or I'm talking on like a conference call, I do try to I do try to adhere to more of like a standard accent. So like for example, I just said accent and I I pronounced the T in it. Usually when I say accent, I just say accent with a hard stop instead of actually pronouncing the T. But it's just for ease of listening to whatever I'm saying, alright? And we'll make a user interface. We'll make it a yeah, we'll make it a different canvas layer. I do appreciate, I have been using your UI tips, Jacko Gamer. Much appreciated, as always. So we have a panel container. Enunciate properly, boy? No. Absolutely not. We don't enunciate here. No enunciation in this house. This is the GUI layer. So we're working on the GUI. Hello? What? There we go. Like, I do enunciate properly, but like in normal conversation, I generally don't actually enunciate properly. And a word, I ain't gonna use it. I ain't a word. I ain't gonna use it. That's how you would say that. Oh, redneck translator. Oh, you made a redneck translator. In Nima, of course, of course. Hi, howdy. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Want some sweet tea? I reckon. I reckon. Is this really the right translation? Actually, regard to reckon. Isn't I think I would actually translate like I bet as like I reckon. Hi y'all. Yeah, kind of yah, but you still have to have the little bit of the L so you know it's not yah. It was more of a yah. You know what I'm saying? It's not yah, it's yah. Piddlin? Who says piddlin? I've never heard anyone say piddlin. Doggone it. It's a doggone shame. My pa said, we ain't allowed to do that kind of stuff in here. That's more of a Forrest Gump, actually. It's more of a Forrest Gump. I apologize. So let's do 0.1. Hey? 0.9. I do like the kind of redneck accent. It's fun to do. I'm not very good at it though, because I do interact with people from like South Georgia, and I think it's pretty funny. Yo, slow as molasses. Molasses. Did I just naturally say molasses? Molasses. My folks. Yeah, that's a good chance. I like these. Yeah. Yo is not really a translation for your, I guess. I don't really. Soda, Coke, that's pretty good. That can be for channel points to speak redneck. I am working on an updated version of my bots. So I only have a Discord bot right now that works like so we can play with it really quick on stream. Since this is like a really short stream anyways, since I woke up really late. Yeah, so we have our bot playground. So I do have a bot that just works like a regular bot. So we have all kinds of bot commands, and I'm trying to port that to Twitch as well. So look at that. Hello world. Love it. You just have the regular old cow say command that you can play with if you join my Discord server. Anyways, calling all soda Coke is a distinct signal you are a southerner. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really met anyone that calls soda Coke. I have met people that call it soda pop, and I'm like, that's you just outed yourself. You're some sort of like northerner, probably from like the American Midwest. Like I think if we're talking about like popular people, some of the HoloLive members call soda pop. I'm like, oh, you just outed yourself. I know exactly where you're from. You're from... Pop is a northern thing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Someone asked me if I want to pop, and I was like, huh? Yeah, you know in the UK they call the bathroom the loo, which gets me sometimes. I'm like, eh? Where are you going? Please run that by me one more time. Alright, so this is the GUI layer. I say disputants. Disgusting. What's disputants? What is it? What is a disputants? I'm not familiar with that term. I do like this though. This is fun. Company. That's pretty good. Saying Coke instead of saying Coca-Cola, you say Coca-Cola. You want a Coca-Cola? Yeah, that's true. I corrected myself. Funny thing is, I asked you, where your bathroom is and you point me to a toilet bathroom, I'm gonna be in the sink. Excuse me? You call a toilet a bathroom? What kind of degenerate are you? I know in was it Japanese, if you ask for like the bathroom, you would say like more of like a bathroom is toilet in Japanese. So you would say like toire wa doko desu ka? Which is literally like the toilet is where? Egg on. I don't know, maybe, possibly. This is a pretty good list. This is a pretty good list. Hold your horses. What is this? Devil beating his wife? And also, by the way, you put beating, not beaten. UK, they have toilets and bathrooms separate. Really? Is that how that works? From what I've been told anyways. Really? Then what is the loo? What is a loo? Is the loo a toilet? Do they have like a bathroom and the toilet is just in like a different room? Do they call toilets water closets? Alright, so we're gonna use a custom style, by the way. New style box, flat. And this is more of like a really quick debug thing before I get around to doing a new theme. I believe there is actually a new theme editor, right? So let's try this really quick. Sure, I think they just call them toilets. I don't know. I worked with a guy from Bristol, and he called them the loo. And I also worked with a guy from London, although he had more of a... I'm not sure where his accent was from. He also called it the loo, right? And then also a lot of my family members call wait, hold on. You know what? I'm not gonna mess with themes for now. I actually have no idea how to use themes. It's like I kind of know what they're doing, but at the same time, I just don't know. I think it depends on where they're from. Bathrooms have bidets. US people don't know what that's for. Themes are easy. Yeah, I know how the general idea of themes, right? So you do like a thing. I'm not really sure. Like you can do like a panel. But then it's like I don't really know what to do from here. I need to do some reading on this. This is one of the things at Godot I just have no idea what it's what to do, because I just have interacted. I'm losing my mind. Talking about language has completely broken my English. How do you say interacted? Interacted. Oh, interacted is already past tense. Yeah. It's for cleaning better than... What I don't get is... After you use a bidet, how does the water dry up your butt? TP, or some of them have a dry function. This is true. Some of them do have a dry function. I have used a bidet that had a dryer, but see, what I don't really get is, isn't that kind of dirty, right? Because it's just blowing air that has like all the kind of waste from your toilet on it. So then you're just blowing it straight at your butt. Isn't that kind of gross? I suppose that's also what the bidet is doing as well, but that's more of like a, you know, a concentrated stream of water that self-cleans, hopefully. Whereas, isn't like the blow dryer just kind of like caked in human waste? I think I would rather just wipe after that. You know, dry yourself off a little bit. You feel me? Anyways, let's add this outside of our main viewport. So this will just be our GUI layer, and it'll just kind of sit here. Hey, what's up? Oh, hello, Knock. Look at all the people I have in chat. Celebratory jump for everyone. Some people didn't really jump that much. I apologize. Just run some water on some TP and wipe, then go about your day. We did it. Alright, let's hydrate. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate, Knock. Appreciate it. We should all drink more water in our day, as opposed to me who drank like, had the equivalence of 4 beers for lunch. Then, or not even lunch, like a early dinner. You're not a duck anymore. It is random. It's 1 out of 7. You have a 1 out of 7 chance of being pretty much anything. So if you look at, let me see. Friendly Potato, Stream, Exports, Chat Minions, which is just the assets. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chance of being one of these characters. When you make Potato similar, how about no? I agree. Actually, that could be, and you know what? For the minigame collection, that could be a fun game. You control the bidet, and you just need to like point the bidet at a thing. That might be kind of fun. If we all jump, we can fly out the top. It's possible. If you just spam, if everyone spams jump all at once, it's possible that you'll just keep jumping off the top. Someone argue beer is the plural form of beers. I think beers is the plural form of beer, but I'll let you do it. I'm not a linguist. I just happen to know a few things about language. All right, so there's our panel. It's either or. Is that like, you can say octopus, octopuses, or octopi, or like platypus, platypuses, platypuses. I just realized platypuses sound really wrong. Platypus, platypi. Yeah, it's a platypus or a platypi. Beer is running dry. Beer is running dry, or the beers are running dry. Whichever sounds better than you. When would you say the beers are running dry? Our beers are running dry, I suppose. Or I suppose you could say our beer is running. Yeah. I've heard of both. I've heard both. I think there's a distinct difference between the two. If you say our beers are running dry, then you're saying that in kind of like a more individualistic kind of way. If you say our beer is running dry, then you're saying our as in like we are, like we all as a whole feel the same way. Right? That's kind of how I see it. But that might be reading too much into it, if you will. So there we go. There is our kind of whatever this is. Let's set this to the meme number as always. Get it, it's 69. 169. The beer is running dry. The beers are running dry. I don't know, the beers are running dry sounds wrong to me, but if you said our beers are running dry, then that sounds more correct. That's party speak for who is going to start to get more. Yes, honey, I'm getting more beer. Guys only want one thing, and it's freaking disgusting. Anyways, this is our one container. I think we're just gonna do this all in one go. So this is HBox container. So we can split this down the middle. Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. So we'll add an HBox container. This will be your status bar. I've kind of shown this off before already. So let me open this back up just to really delay this more. So this is the old code from, I don't even know when the last commit was. I can definitely check, right? So when you select something, then you get a little status bar along with the nice anime GIF placeholder. Always nice. Oh, and I guess fun fact, you kind of see this kind of selection box, and that kind of differs from how I'm currently doing my selection box. So this selection box is using an area 2D with a collider on it, whereas my new one just accesses the collision directly using a rect 2D, or just a rectangle shape 2D. Although I think this is also using a rectangle shape 2D. I think you can always check that. Oh, look, the pause menu. But we're not gonna check it. I'm just gonna close it one more time. I think that is something nice to know, though, is that this should probably be hidden at first. Anyways, add a GUI layer. If a procrastinator procrastinated the last of his procrastination, how long till the new procrastination becomes a new procrastination? Depends. It depends. You know what? Tell you what, I'll get back to you. Anyways, this is status container. If a procrastinator procrastinates procrastination, are they really a procrastinator? I suppose that poses a kind of philosophical question, right? If you procrastinate your procrastination, that would make you a non-procrastinator, but that would also make all non-procrastinators a procrastinator as well. So that's more of a question of, did you ever intend to procrastinate in the first place? Would that make you a procrastinator? If intending to procrastinate but not actually procrastinating, does that still make you a procrastinator, or is someone who is avoiding procrastinating and thus not a procrastinator? Shall never come to fruition, because a true procrastinator never stops procrastinating. What if a procrastinator just procrastinates their procrastination? And thus they're not actually procrastinating, but they do intend to procrastinate at some point. Riddle me this. Those who ask tough questions must themselves be prepared to answer those same tough questions. Status container. There we go. So, hello? Oh, it's an on-ready bar. Doesn't sound like a word anymore. Are you saying that the overuse of the procrastination word, which is procrastinate, is making procrastinate sound like not a word? I'm procrastinating, so I can't answer right now. That's fair. Do you have a time frame for when you think you might be able to answer? Inquiring minds desire to know. Alright, so here we go. We'll do signal broadcaster. Signal broadcaster. What do we do with signal broadcaster? Let's have the GUI layer as well. Var GUI layer, which is some sort of canvas layer. I'm trying to use less types in Godot 3. If only because using a lot of types tends to break the type system. Unfortunately, one huge drawback of GDScript is that using types actually has some overhead, surprisingly enough. Only a pro does procrastinates. Excuse me? Excuse me, what did you just say? Please stop castinating in my chat. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, give or take an eternity. So how long is that in dog years? How long is that in dog years? I'm not sure. So GUI layer is equal to self. And we never get rid of GUI layer, by the way, since GUI layer just lives under the main viewport. Main display just swaps out this one right here. So if dog years are more or less human years times 7, is an eternity in dog years just an eternity times 7? Are dog eternities longer than a human eternity? Thinking face. So this is it. Signal broadcaster. Let's do a rebroadcast down. So on selected. It's 1 plus 1, so that equals dog. Dog. So what do you want with... Oh. What the heck did I just say? I said about 3 things at once, and that just came out as like... So what do we want to do here? I think I should fill this out first. So we'll have... We already have an HBox container, so we have it split in 2. And then... we'll have... I guess it's just 2 VBox containers, right? VBox container 1 and 2. So this, we'll call this a left container. A right container. You know what? Let's delete the right container. Size flags. Expand, expand. Duplicate, so now this is the right container. So on, so yeah, that's more or less what I said. Yeah, that's a very good translation. I think that's actually one of the things I kind of struggle with, like at work. Actually, sadly enough, is like sometimes I'll say things and it's not really clear what the heck I'm trying to say, and so it's like what I'm saying totally makes sense, but like along the way I've decided to like adjust how I'm saying it. So like I'll be like trying to make a point during a demo, and this was back when I suppose I wasn't streaming and I was also doing more in-person stuff, and I'll look at people's faces and they'll just be like, what the heck did this guy just say? I'm like, oh, I probably just said some gibberish. It happens. I've gotten better about it ever since I've started streaming though, which is nice, because I somewhat am forced to talk more. I'm not sure if that made any sense though. I'm not sure if that logic is necessarily connected, but we can pretend like it is. So things we'll have here. I think one thing I would like to have is a, like in the previous example, just like a picture. I wonder, can I actually just steal my own picture? How did I implement the unit portraits? I don't remember. Oh, I remember. Actually, it's all coming back to me. So this is the Rust stuff. My old build of this game was using Rust. And I had implemented a really quick detection algorithm and also a pub sub in Rust. I remember. It's all flooding back to me. What a weird... Just a weird workflow, I suppose. Oh god, look at all these folders. Where are the unit portraits? The dialogue? No, these are all just JSON files. I remember this. Where are the unit portraits? Oh, there it is. And it's just a GIF. And then test portrait, which don't really remember, but let's grab this anyways. Copy. Never do something in code and a week later you forgot how you did it and never can recode it without looking at the code. That's pretty much me on a day-to-day basis. I'll do something really clever and I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. I'll comment it out, or no, I'll just comment it like, oh, this is doing this. I'll go back to the next day, I'm like, oh man, who wrote this? Like, sometimes I'll say like, who wrote this? But like, it's half as a joke and like also like half serious. Cause it's like, I don't remember, like, did I actually write this or did I steal this from somewhere? Like, what the heck? Alright, like, here's like an actual, it's not an actual question, but it's like a philosophy question that, you know, may or may not actually be deep. It's hold on. I'm thinking right now. Because I'm looking for, how do I display a texture? It's just a texture rect, right? Yeah, okay. No, not inside the label. So when you go to sleep, are you the same person as before? So like, when you go to sleep, does that version of you just go away? And when you wake up, is it a new version of you? Which is why, and here I am tying it back to the main point, which is why whenever you look at code like a week later, you're like, oh, what the heck is this, right? You kind of get what I'm saying here? Oh, you can't do this, huh? So what am I? How do you do like an animated texture within a control node? Because I think my previous implementation, I just had a sprite and then I had the control just kind of dynamically resize the itself based on the size of the sprites. Whereas this is probably not what I want. Or maybe it is and I'm just crazy. So if I do new image texture and I load in, probably not what I want. What if I just do load in assets, unit portraits, this anime girl, and then it's just not going to display, I guess, huh? Those are very big animated texture. Hey. And a loop on a whatever. Texture, new animated sprites. If you die in a dream, do you die IRL? It's possible. I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not a sleep scientist. Those are probably the best people to ask. They have sleep in their scientist title. Texture, new animate. Also easier to animate with an animation player. So this is an animated texture, new animated sprites. New animated sprites. This is an animated texture. This doesn't really help me. I've actually never seen Freddy Krueger is from Nightmare on Elm Street, or is that Friday the 13th? I'm a fraud. I don't actually know. I've never seen the movie. I don't watch too many horror movies. Mostly because I'm a huge baby. I don't play horror games. I don't watch horror movies. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, he's done it. First try. And then proceeded to incorrect myself. Is that what it's called when you were correct but then guess an incorrect thingy afterwards? Hey. So this is the texture I have. Oh, we can do an atlas texture. Oh baby. And then you load in this. Oh geez. Snap mode. Grid snap. Step. I don't know. What am I doing? How does this work? Grid snap. Auto slice. What does auto slice do? So this is, how big is this? This is 2000 by 400. Atlas animation player, easy animation. How do I use an animation player inside of a control though? Oh, I just, oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. So I just make this, I see what you're kind of saying, right? So instead of using an animated texture, I just load in the basic image. No, I load in just a new Atlas texture, and then I switch the Atlas from thing to thing using the animation player. So Atlas texture, add a new animation player to just this scene tree, and then modify the Atlas texture afterwards. I see. Now I'm thinking. Now we're thinking with, not portals, but this might be controversial, but I've never actually finished the original Portal. I only own Portal 2. I've played Portal. I've played the original Portal on the friend's Xbox 360, of course. All right, let's just do this as an Atlas texture. Load in asset test portrait, and then we'll do I guess we'll just animate the region. Is that what we're gonna do? And then how do I do this? I finished both. Great games. Yeah, I think big fan of the humor in Portal 2. Yeah. How do I step? So this is 2000 by 2000. There's 5 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2000 divided by 5 is 400. 400. Yes. Maybe not. Ooh. Wait. What? We can't. 400. No? Okay. Well, that's fine. 100. Let's just do 100 by 100 since I think it's more or less. Yeah, that should be fine. So that's our Atlas. And this should be displaying here. Maybe not. No? Okay, well, that's fine. You do you. And so we'll modify. Oh wait, no, we should be modifying this region, right? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. So width and height. So the texture, I'm trying to remember what the texture size was. It's 2000 by 500. So this is 400. Hey, almost there. What did I say this was? Needs more glitchy. Excuse me, this person is at least 2,000 years old. Ooh. Let me see. What's happening here? Is this not actually, is this just 400? Oh, it is just 400. There we go. And then we can add an animation player to this. Test the bottom of the tree. Let's animate. Let's just do, hold on, we'll just call it portrait, I guess. Portrait. go into the texture rect, grab this. Okay, then we go here. Hold on. Add track. Property track, texture rect. Then we'll grab the texture. Was it the texture? Is this correct? Let me see. This is not working like I thought it would. Am I crazy? Okay. So let's move it here, I suppose. So we have this. This is now... I feel like I'm losing my mind. Hold on. Yeah, so... it goes away when I click on this. Click the texture, then at the bottom click animation again. Click on the texture, then click on animation again. Click on the texture. Oh, okay, neat. Alright, so did I not need to move it to this level then? So if I click on the texture... oh, how neat. Thank you. Always appreciated. We'll create a new reset track, because why not? Then we'll just smoothly animate it over. So 400. Why not? And we'll just manually animate it, I suppose, for now. Since I can more or less guarantee that they'll all be roughly the same. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. Should not be taking tips from me. Should be taking tips from Jackal Gamer. I get confused by this as well. That my brain learned by accident. Yeah, that's kind of what happened with the GUI stuff. Control nodes. And even then, it's somewhat sus. Somewhat suspect. I shouldn't say sus. Sus is the Zoomer talk. Alright, cool. Oosh, what the heck? That's not really it's not really expected. So I don't want to just animate through it. Actually, maybe I do. I don't know. So the idea was that it would just kind of slowly flip through the image, but actually that's kind of cool too. So if I just do... what if I just do no easing, 0 easing for all of these? Okay, there we go. That was kind of a cool effect, where it just kind of scrolled through the images. That was kind of neat. Yeah. The icon below the stopwatch to the right. Icon below the stopwatch to the right. Icon below the stopwatch to the right. Where's the stopwatch? This one. Update mode. Is that what I want? I've already changed the easing though. Continuous discrete trigger capture. They're not giving me any hover stuff. Is it discrete? Is discrete what I want? And I didn't actually need to change any of the easings? Is that what you're saying? So if I change this back to linear, and then I just change this to discrete, does this... oh, okay, neat. Ah. Discrete is instant. Good to know, good to know. Okay, cool. I don't generally mess with too many of these besides easing, because I know what easing is. I don't know what the rest of these properties do. Anyways, that's good. Alright. So new problem, this needs to be smaller. Stretch mode. Just keep aspect. Okay, well. Alright, well I want to shrink this. So let's see. How do you shrink it? Grow direction, rect. There's no max size. We can clip the content, but that's not what we want, right? Because right now it's actually just huge. I feel like I've figured this out before. How did I do this before, actually? Alright, let's open up my old project one more time. Can't click fill on sizes. Okay. Don't click fill. So if I open and close this, it should fix itself. Is that what you're saying? Doesn't seem. Set a min size on the parent node. Oh, is it one of these? Yeah. I am doing an explicit fill here. Expand off. This isn't. These are all fill. This one doesn't matter. I just take all of these off? Is that what you're saying? How did I do this before? I'm just gonna check my old code and hopefully I can figure it out. So there's the GUI. How did I do this before? Oh wait, margin will control all nodes below it. Hold on, we can do this. How did I do this before? Oh, you can see how I did this before. It's just an animated sprite, and then I just kind of manually tweaked every single position, which is why this old GUI system was a huge pain to work with. Alright, but we can figure this out. This is a bit better, I think. Resizing stuff always confuses me. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always confused. Alright, let's... How do you... Oh, wait, what? Expand. Expand. Yes, let's expand. Have I done it? Has he done it? That doesn't look right. Okay. Keep aspect. Yeah, he's done it. So all I needed to do was check expand, and then it just yeah, okay, weird. No, I think this is good enough, right? I think this works. So we changed the stretch mode to keep aspect. What is... Oh, censored. What's covered? It's like she got a little bit bigger. It's a little scary. TBH. Oh, jeez. Back up. And then we have a label under it. And then if I take out the label, then she'll get a little bit bigger. Yeah, okay. There we go. So I think I want to keep the label there. I think this works. This is pretty good. And then we'll have, I don't know, like unit name IDK. And then we'll have other labels here, plus buttons here. Yeah, there we go. And so on GUI layer, we will do, well, on the GUI layer script, we'll do onReady var anim player, animation player. IDK is Donkey Kong. IDK, my BFF Jill. So let's see. Animation player, and then we'll just play the portrait animation over and over again. I think that's probably fine. We'll play portrait. So then we load in. We should just see this. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah. And so here's the idea, is that whenever you click on a unit, we'll display this unit-specific portrait and all that other good stuff. And then you can also see through it. Oh, what the heck? Oh, we're not drawing on... Huh. Hold on. Hold on. You can no longer see the draw box. Alright, let's fix this really quick. And then, probably head back to sleep. So I don't just ruin my sleep schedule. Let's see, what's happening? So, inside of unit selector, I'm doing just a manual draw call. So this should be drawing on top of everything. So inside of unit selector, we'll go to, what if I just draw this on top? It's the main display, unit selector. Oh, this displays inside of the viewports. Ugh, what a pain. But I can't put unit selector outside of the viewports, otherwise it won't be able to collide since it's not inside of the same world. Even though the viewport is not using its own world. But wait, I don't want to draw the GUI layer behind, so maybe I should just do this instead. Just gonna slap this inside of here. Yeah. Or how about this? We do this. No. Hold on. What if inside of the GUI layer we do this? So GUI layer, instead of having the unit selector and GUI layer being separate nodes, what if I just have GUI layer also control the unit selector? And so they kind of draw on the same whatevers. On the same layer, maybe? Yeah, okay. Ooh. Oh, and then because of this, okay. Problem solved, more or less. Text inside a viewport will look terrible. That's fine. Oh, actually, yeah, no, that's true. We can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, I forgot. Especially, yeah, if I change the resolution of the viewports, yeah, that'll be a problem. So right now the viewport is just 1, 1, or it's just 1. So our main viewport is 1, and the sub viewports is also scale to 1. Or stretch shrink 1. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So move this back out here. And then unit selector needs to be inside of the viewports. Unit selector. But then I also need this to be... Just raise it above the viewport. Oh, actually, no, it totally works. Why wasn't this working before? What the heck? Wait, I'm confused now. What did I do? This is the exact same configuration I had before, but before I wasn't able to actually see me drawing the selection rectangle. Brain is running on empty. I think it works. Yeah. We just need to have this thing. We'll do input, no, not input. Mouse, ignore. Pretty much all of these will just be mouse ignore. Set mouse mode on button, how to ignore mouse. Yeah. I prefer to just do ignore so it's explicit. It's either on or it's off. That's kind of my thoughts on it. And then I think labels are also just ignore. Yeah. Thank you for the super sick emoji. Big thank you. Yeah, okay. So now we're ignoring. Beautiful. It draws under it, which is fine, I suppose. I wonder... Huh. Like, I don't want this to be here, right? Because if I move this here, then your units will draw... Well, that's weird. I don't know. Although I want unit selector to draw on top of everything. So what if I do... Canvas will always be on top, yes. But isn't there a way in a script for me to force this to draw on top? Right? So inside of your draw function, you can define... it's separate from other layers. Yeah. But isn't there a way for me to force this to draw on top, though? I feel like I've seen that before. Is that only on canvas layers? So inside of unit selector, what I should do is slap this inside of a, or this shouldn't be a control. This should just be a canvas layer, maybe. But canvas layers don't have some of these options as well, right? So canvas layer, and then control are slightly different. Yeah. So yeah, so control inherits from canvas item. So, in canvas it has layer negative 128 to 128. I think that's the range. Yeah. So here's an idea. What if I just do canvas layer, second canvas layer, then add this into here, then change the draw order. So let's see, draw order, lower values to draw on first. So let's make this 100 or something. So this one draws later. Is that how this works? No, because it's still in the same viewport. And also we broke in our tracking. Okay, well, we'll solve that later. It's not a huge deal drawing behind your GUI. It is a bit strange though. What if I do negative 100? Just out of curiosity. Okay, well, now we're a viewport. Now it just doesn't show. That's fair enough. Anyways. Alright, it's late. What I'm going to do is... Oh, this is the wrong window. This is just the Godot window. Git add all, git commit. Or add GUI plus unit portrait. Negative is below all positive. Below all positive is above all else. Yeah. Appreciate the help. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Apologize for the kind of short stream. Actually, it was 2 hours, so it's about as expected for a Wednesday, which is supposed to be from 9 to 11, but I started super late. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll be live tomorrow from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, working on this again. We'll probably just work on actual gameplay now. So the gameplay idea is it's a mix of an RTS and RPG. So you have your RTS portion and then your kind of more RPG portion in between your combat zones. And yeah. Peep the socials, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, etc. Anyways, goodbye and good night.